welcome back. We're still with Merchant Taylor's second paper, and we're going to go through this question. This was a question that we were going through with one of our students, and got quite confusing actually. And now I realized that there's a mistake somewhere in the question. And so it says that the center of a square is at the point 1, 2. And one of the vertices or corners, it says, of the square is at the point 4, 7. So 4, 7 is 2, 4, 6, 7 here. 4, 7 is here. Okay. And then it says, plot the center of the square and one of the vertices on the grid below. Okay. So that's that done. Okay. I've plotted 1, 2, which is according to this, the center, and the vertices below. Oh, vertices. So that means more than one, right? Not just a vertex. Okay. This is where it got quite confusing, because if this is a center, okay, I'll write C for center, and that's one of the vertices. So how can that be a square? Because when you have a square, right, like this, or even if you have it diagonal, if that's the center, then you're one across, one up, one across, one up, one across, one up for the center, from the center to the vertex, right? And so similarly, even if it's a larger square, because it does say a square, if it's a 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4 square, and that's the center again, it's 2 across and 2 up, right? To get to the vertex, 2 across, 2 up, to get to the 4 vertexes, or 2 across, 2 down, 2 across, 2 up, or 2 across, 2 down will get you to the 4 vertices. But here, you're 1, 2, 3 across rather, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 up, and so that doesn't make sense, right? Unless maybe, of course, you had something like this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 3 across, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 5 down, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here, unless you had something like this, and so unless you have something like this, possibly, right? But again, how if that doesn't make sense, because that's why I started thinking maybe is a kind of like a diamond kind of shape, and not your typical kind of rectangle like this, or not even a rectangle, it's a square, right? So I started to play around and I thought, hold on, this doesn't make sense actually. What am I doing? Okay, and then I realized that it can't be the fact that that's the center or that's the vertex. One of the two must be wrong. And then I realized that it must be -1. Okay, so -1, 2 would mean it's here. Okay, and that would make sense because now you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, and that means that these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these would be your vertices. Okay. 1, 2. Okay, let me get rid of this actually first. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these would be your vertices. Okay, so that would make sense. And now that's the center. Then you've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A 10 by 10. Now you've got a 10 by 10 square. And that would make a lot more sense. So just kind of watch out for this one. If you're going through this with your children, and you think you're going crazy because there's something wrong, it's because there's actually a mistake in the question. It should be -1 by 2 in terms of the coordinates, and not 1 by 2.